I am not a financial advisor, and I never give financial advice on this channel. 100% of this content is for entertainment purposes only. Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. It's Lane here with MetaShackle. I just wanted to do a quick update on the XRP charts and kind of let everybody know where I'm at and what I'm thinking. So let's get into this. So taking a look at the XRP 4-hour chart, there's absolutely nothing bullish about this chart in any way, shape, or form. We broke down from the twin bearish order blocks right here, centered about that 229.265 area, broke through this bullish BISI right here, filled this week doji at about that 221 area. We filled the gap on the charts right about that 218.5, have broken through this bullish SIBI right here, which is centered at about 215, and took out this week doji reverse waterfall right down here at the 208.422 level. Now price has started to move upward, but if you look at this chart, there's absolutely nothing bullish here at all. Absolutely nothing about this little leg right here has changed my mind in any way, shape, or form. I think what we're looking at here is a bull trap, basically just a little bit of cheese that they're putting on the trap in order to entice buyers to move into the market so that they can crush them later. Now, as you can see, which I posted earlier, this low right here did not even sweep the previous low. So it's leaving sell-side liquidity at all these lower points, essentially generating sell-side liquidity likely to be rated later. We also have this bearish fair value gap right here centered about 223, which very well on the 4-hour chart could act as a point of resistance. Right now you can see that price tested off of this lower wedge trend line right here, and it's not going so well. Price is trading well below the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart as well as on the daily chart, which is a much stronger indicator of weakness overall. Even on the daily chart, there's absolutely no signs of a reversal whatsoever. And it's very likely that at some point we're going to see price continue to move down towards this liquidity zone down here at about that 203 level. I think at a bare minimum, we'll see this week doji reverse waterfall in the 4-hour sitting here at about $2.02 get taken out. But we'll have to keep an eye on this to see exactly what's going to unfold throughout the rest of the day, into the night, and into the Ripple escrow dump tomorrow. Now, the whole point of this liquidity draw is for the market makers to fill their coffers so that they can accumulate coins to use for distribution later, because the algorithm seeks to make trading efficient. Without efficiency in the markets, price would be absolutely erratic, and the algorithm simply won't allow that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to go to super low levels in order to gather sell-side liquidity, because there is the chance that during the Ripple escrow dump coming on Sunday, that market makers and the institutions will sop up a lot of those coins coming into the market, which may suffice a lot of their needs in order for the price reversal to move up to later use for distribution. So that's another thing that you need to consider. But at this point, there's absolutely nothing on these charts that's changing my mind whatsoever. This is the most bearish looking XRP chart we have seen for quite some time. Now, the only thing that would change my mind at this point is even if this bearish SIBI is taken out on the 4-hour, we still have these twin bearish order blocks right here on the 4-hour chart to contend with. Now, if we can get through this up above those, that would raise my suspicions. Now, if we could get above the 200-day moving average, that would absolutely raise my eyebrows. If we can get up through these monsters right here, which is going to be hard to do, that would plant my feet firmly on the floor. But once we get above this bearish SIBI right here, centered at about that 248 level, and get up above this, at that point I would be fastening my seatbelt. But at this point, there's absolutely no sign whatsoever of a reversal here. There's not even a bullish order block forming anywhere on the chart. That's going to be your first red flag to get you thinking about things. Once that happens, now you're going to want to pay a little more attention. But until we start cracking some of these roadblocks, the chart continues to be bearish and will likely continue downward from this point moving into the Ripple escrow dump tomorrow, perhaps even into early or mid next week. But until we see signs of a reversal at a minimum on the 4-hour chart, there's absolutely nothing to be bullish about on these charts. So if you're a trader, make sure that you've got your limit orders laddered down at the bottom. This isn't financial advice, but by all means, be prepared just in case price does decide to fall down to these lower levels, because we do have this bullish order block right down here at the bottom of this liquidation zone. If this area right here gets cracked, you can almost count on coming down to this weak doji bullish order block right here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It's very unlikely statistically, but it is in the cards nonetheless. So we need to watch this level by level and see what happens and reassess as we move along. And my first target still remains right here at this weak doji reverse waterfall at 192.103. Limit buy orders set down here right at this weak doji reverse waterfall. Just in case price comes down there, I can potentially get filled. But I already hold enough XRP at this point, so if my orders don't get filled, it doesn't bother me because I'm in long-term accumulation mode. If price comes to me, count me in. But there's no way on God's green earth I am chasing price for anybody. But I am prepared if that outcome comes to fruition. But as it sits right now, I would be looking up towards the top end of this liquidity zone at this weak doji reverse waterfall at 202.161. If that gets cracked, I'd be looking right here at my target at the 192.103. And even though this might seem unlikely, it's not as unlikely as you might think, especially with the way the chart's looking incredibly bearish right here. All we're seeing is lower lows and lower highs, no sign of reversal. It can't even get through this trend line. How's it going to break through this little sibby right here? And odds are, if this acts as a breaker, price does get through this trend line, it might hit this and completely fall off a cliff. And even if it does break through this, it might get up here to these twin bearish order blocks somewhere in the mid-range and completely collapse at that point. So there's 2 points right here where we could see major reversal that you're going to want to keep your eyes on over about the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on which way price goes. They usually don't make it too obvious, but there is a chance that we could just reverse. But there is absolutely nothing on this chart that has bullish written on it in any way, shape, or form. Every single thing on this chart right now is completely bearish. And to just kind of show everybody, I do go over these finer points right here in the master tier chat on my Patreon. Lots of little tidbits right through here. Like in this post where I said, we'll be finding out very soon as there's a bearish breaker centered around the 223.2 area, which could act as a major rejection point, sending price back down to the lower ranges. Even if price breaks through that level, we could see a similar rejection at the bearish order block near the 228 level. So there are a few key areas where price could reverse sharply. I do believe that this move we're seeing now is nothing more than a bull trap designed to entice buyers into the market, only to be stopped out or even liquidated in the coming days. They always put a little cheese on the trap to get people to FOMO in right before they crush it. Right now, I see zero signs of reversal. The only thing that would change my mind is if price first forms a bullish order block on the 4-hour chart. That would raise some red flags and start making me suspicious. Until then, I have no reason to believe anything has changed. So do consider joining the Patreon if that's something you're interested in, because there's a lot of great people in our community sharing ideas left and right. I mean, just check out all this information that you're getting from the community. All of us sharing ideas, bouncing ideas off each other. So that's just something to think about if you're serious about trading. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Please do me a favor and hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me get through the YouTube algorithm, which has been very challenging lately, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and good luck to everyone. Have a great day.
Because the time is right. It's time for war.